Alright, so let's start this video off by talking about some key ideas with adding integers. Alright, so if they're the same sides, so if they're both positive or both negative, you keep the signs. So same signs, add and keep. Okay? If they're different signs, so if one's positive and one's negative, you subtract them. Okay? And when you subtract them, you always take the sign of the bigger number. Okay? So let's start by looking at example A. Are these the same signs? So same signs. Are they? Yes. Yes, right? They're both negative. So all you do is add. So if they're the same signs, add them. And keep the sign. Add and keep sign. So since they're the same, we're just going to do 4 plus 5. What is 4 plus 5? It's 9. So we've added. Now we keep the signs. Since they were both negative, the sign that comes with it is a negative. So then our answer is -9. Let's look at example B. Are they the same signs? Are they both positive or both negative? No, right? So then that means we subtract. And when we subtract, we take the bigger number. So which one's bigger, 5 or 4? 5 is bigger. So this should really read 5 minus 4. And then, what's 5 minus 4? We get 1. And then, what's the sign of 5? Is 5 positive or is 5 negative? 5's positive. So our answer should be a positive 1. Okay. Let's look at C. C. So we have 4, a positive 4 and a negative 5. Are those the same sign? No, so we subtract. So we're still doing 5 minus 4. As we said before, it's 1. But is that 5 positive or negative? It's a negative now, so our answer is -1. Alright, this last one is going to be tricky. We have to break this apart. So we have to look at the first two things separately. We have to look at these first. So it's -4 plus -5. Are they the same signs? Yes. So we add and keep the signs. So what's 5 plus 4? We said that's 9. And we keep the sign, which is negative. And now we're going to bring down this plus -3. So now we're looking at -9 plus -3. So now we're really solving this problem right here. So are they the same signs? Yes. So same sides, add and keep. So we add 9 plus 3, which is 12, and then we keep the sign, which is negative. So then that's our answer. All right, let's try this one again. Or let's do some more. Okay, so we want to find the sum. So just like D, we want to do each thing kind of on its own first. So we want to do these first numbers together. Okay, so they're opposite signs. Opposite signs tell me I subtract. So what's 7 minus 2? 7 minus 2 is 5. And then we keep the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number is 7, so this leaves a positive 5. And then I'm just going to rewrite the other two numbers exactly how I see them. Okay? Now we're looking at this set of problems. Let's just focus on 5 plus negative 3. Are they the same sign? No. So same, different sign, subtract. So what is 5 minus 3? 5 minus 3 is 2. Which sign's bigger? What sign does 5 have? 5 is positive. So 2 stays positive. And again, we just bring 6 down. Last, we're looking at this problem. What's 2 plus 6? Same signs, add and keep. Are these the same signs? Yes, so we add them and keep the sign. They were both positive, so that stays positive. All right. I want you to try number B, or letter B. I want you to pause the video and try B, okay? All right, so hopefully you did B. So I'm just going to do it real quick. So follow along, check your work, okay? We're doing these. These are the same sides, add and keep. 4 plus 3 is 7. Negative, bring it down. Bring down these other numbers. Okay, plus 8 plus 4. Now I'm looking at these two. Same sides, add and keep. They're both negative. 7 plus 7 is 14. Keep the negative. Now bring these other two numbers down. Plus 8 plus 4. Opposite signs subtract. So what's 14 minus 8? 14 minus 8 is 6. We take the sign of the bigger number, which is negative. Bring this 4 down. All right, last one. Opposite sign subtract. 6 minus 4 is 2. Take the sign of the bigger number, which is negative. So now my answer is negative 2. Okay, so hopefully you did all of that. Again, it's really important that you're keeping these suggestions in mind, okay? These will get you through. We're going to listen to a song in class, so hopefully you'll remember that tune. It kind of goes to row, row, row your boat, okay? So we'll be listening to that just in the future. All right, let's look at some number lines then. All right, so example 3, find the integer addition problem that matches the number line below. All right, so I see a number line. And let's look at this bottom arrow first. What is this bottom arrow showing us? It's going to where on the number line? It's going to -7. Okay, and it tells us it's an addition problem. So that means we're adding here. And then where's my second arrow going to? My second arrow is going up how many spots? It's going up 1 spot, 2 spots, 3 spots. So we're doing -7 plus 3. And that tells us that -7 plus 3 is equal to -4. So it's just really reading the number line there, okay? Let's practice creating a number line arrows on our own. All right, so this first number is going to coincide to our first arrow. So we're going to start the arrow at 0. And we're going to draw it till we get to -4. And that's where we want the tip of our arrow to go. And then from there, we're adding 6, though. So we're adding 6, which means we should go in the opposite direction because now we're adding. So we're going to start where we left off. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. So where does that leave us? That leaves us at 2. Okay, so let's go to the next page then. All right, so now we're going to talk about subtracting integers. So before we were talking about adding, now we're subtracting. Subtracting has its own little set of things. Something called keep, change, change. Keep, change, change. Okay, but with keep, change, change, that keep means that the first number always stays the same. So what do I mean by keep, change, change? Well, I'm going to write that as K, C, C. Okay, so I'm going to keep this first number. I'm going to change the sign, which means I'm going to change the sign of the second number. So what that means is I'm going to keep 3. I'm going to change the sign to a positive, to an addition problem, which means that this has to become a -8. And now our problem is really 3 plus -8, which is now something we know how to do, right? Think back to those addition skills. We have opposite signs subtract. So we do 8 minus 3, which is 5. And then we keep the sign of the bigger number. 8's bigger, so now our answer is -5. Okay? So keep, change, change helps us makes it a little clearer, makes it into an addition problem, which we know how to do. All right, so let's do the next one. Keep, change, change. Keep the first number. Change that to addition. Change the sign of the 8. So now it's -3 plus -8, which we know with same signs, you add and keep. So same signs, add and keep. So 3 plus 8 is 11, and you keep the negative sign. All right. So looking at C, let's do that one. Keep, change, change. Keep the first number. Change to addition. Change that to the opposite sign. So now we have really -3 plus a +8. Opposite sign subtract. So 8 minus 3 is 5. The bigger number is positive, so it stays a +5. Okay, so just like before, we want to kind of look at these separate. So we're going to look at these first numbers. Okay, so 3 minus 8, we do keep, change, change. Keep, change, change. Keep, change, change, plus a negative. So 3 plus -8. Opposite sign subtract. So 8 minus 3 is 5. 8's negative, so my 5 is negative. Bring down the -2. Now we want to look at this problem, and we do keep, change, change. Keep, change, change. -5 plus -2. Same signs, add and keep. So we add 5 plus 2, which is 7, and keep the negative sign. All right. So let's look at this last example. Again, we're just practicing this, okay? So let's do this first one. Keep, change, change. Keep, change, change, plus. 8 plus 4 is, they're the same sign, so we add and keep. It's 12 and it stays positive. Now we have minus and -3, -2, -6. All right, so now we're do keep, change, change. Change, change. 12 plus a +3. Same signs, add and keep. So 12 plus 3 is 15. And we're going to keep that as a +15. Now we're going to rewrite -2, -6. All right. Keep, change, change. Keep, change, change. Plus, now it's a -2. So it's 15 plus -2 now. Opposite sign subtract. So 15 minus 2 is 13. And we keep it a positive because 15's bigger. Now it's -6. And then we do keep, change, change. 13 plus a -6. Same thing as 13 minus 6. So that is 7. So then that's our answer. All right, so I want you to pause and I want you to try number or letter B, okay? So pause and try letter B. All right, so hopefully you got -7 as your answer. If you didn't, pause the video, check your work, okay, against mine. Hopefully you did keep change 3 times. All right, so down here at the bottom is your homework for tonight, so get that done.